If menopause has left you feeling stuck with belly fat, thicker around the waist, or disconnected from your core, then this practice is for you. Maybe you have been eating carefully, trying to move more, doing all the things that used to work, and still your midsection feels heavier, puffier, or harder to shift. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know right away that this is not just in your head, and it is not a sign that your body is failing you. In today's gentle Asian Pilates practice, we are not going to punish the belly, force the core, or throw ourselves into stressful exercise. Instead, we are going to wake up your deep inner support, create more space through the waist, release hidden tension, and help you feel stronger from within. This is the kind of work that often gets overlooked because it looks simple, but it can completely change the way your body responds. So if menopause has got you stuck with belly fat, let's begin by waking up the deep core in a softer, smarter way. This is Asian Pilates, where we use intelligent, gentle movement to help you feel supported, connected, and strong in the body you are living in now. If menopause has changed your middle, if you feel like your waist has thickened, your belly feels more stubborn, or your core just does not switch on the way it used to, you are not alone. Hormonal shifts, stress, sleep disruption, inflammation, and changes in posture can all affect how the midsection feels and functions. That is why this practice is not about crunching harder. It is about helping your body reconnect with deeper support. Let's start standing. Place your feet about hip-width apart and let your knees soften slightly. Let your arms rest easily by your sides. Before you do anything else, take a moment to notice how your midsection feels today. Maybe it feels heavy. Maybe it feels bloated. Maybe it feels tight or unsupported. Maybe it just feels unfamiliar. There is nothing you need to fix in this moment. I just want you to notice what is there without judging it. Now place one hand on your lower belly and one hand around your ribs. Take a slow breath in through your nose and let your ribs gently widen. Then exhale through the mouth and feel your belly soften first, and then very gently draw inward from deep inside. I do not want you sucking in or bracing hard. I just want you to notice that quiet feeling of support that can begin to gather underneath the surface. Take another breath in and let the breath spread into the sides of the ribs. As you breathe out, imagine your lower belly responding by drawing inward and slightly upward, almost like a soft internal lift. That subtle connection is where deep core work begins. Menopause often changes the way women hold themselves without even realizing it. Many start gripping through the jaw, chest, belly, hips, and lower back all day long. When that happens, the body can feel compressed, and the middle can start to feel harder, thicker, and less responsive. So before we try to strengthen, we first have to release unnecessary tension and give the body a better foundation. Roll your shoulders gently up, back, and down. Do that again, and notice if the chest opens and the neck softens. Now imagine the crown of your head reaching upward as if someone is lifting you very lightly from above. Feel your waist becoming longer. Not smaller, just longer. That alone can change the way your middle feels. Stay here for one more breath in, and as you exhale, feel the lower belly quietly support you. Beautiful. You may already feel a subtle shift, and that matters. Bring both hands to your ribs. As you inhale, stay tall. As you exhale, slowly side bend to the right. Come back through center as you inhale, then side bend to the left as you exhale. Let this movement be gentle and spacious. We are not collapsing into the side body. We are creating room through the waist. If menopause has you feeling thick around the middle, sometimes what you are actually feeling is not only fat storage. Sometimes it is also tension, breath restriction, stiffness in the rib cage, and compression through the waist. That's why this kind of movement is so important. It teaches the middle of the body how to move and breathe again. Continue side to side, taking your time. Each time you come back through center, grow a little taller through the spine. Each time you bend, imagine you are opening up more space between the ribs and the hips. As the waist opens, the body often stops gripping so hard through the front. This next part is where many women start to feel their middle respond in a different way, so stay with me here. Now bring your hands behind your head with the elbows relaxed. Gently rotate your upper body to the right, come back to center, then rotate to the left and return to center. Keep the movement small and smooth. Let the hips face forward as much as you can. What I want you to feel is the rib cage and upper spine beginning to move more freely. This matters because when the upper body is rigid, the lower belly often overcompensates. When the ribs soften and rotate better, the middle can begin to feel less tight and less stuck. Continue rotating slowly from side to side and keep the jaw soft. If you breathe out as you turn, you may feel the waist respond even more clearly. Come back to center and let the arms drop down. March your feet lightly in place. Feel the body waking up. Feel the circulation building. Feel the waist and spine becoming more alive. Already you may notice that your middle feels less compressed and more connected. That is exactly what we want. Now stand with your feet under your hips and place both hands low on your belly. Take a breath in. As you exhale, imagine a soft zipping up from the pelvic floor through the lower belly, as though deep inner support is gathering upward inside you. Then inhale and release it. Do that again. Exhale and feel the deep belly respond. Inhale and soften. This is small work, but it is powerful. We are teaching the body to support itself without gripping. That is one of the biggest missing pieces for women in menopause who feel frustrated with their middle. Often the body does not need more force. It needs more coordination. Keep that feeling of support and float your arms forward. Inhale the arms slightly higher and exhale as they lower. Each time the arms move, let the lower belly respond by gently supporting you from within. This teaches the core to stabilize while the limbs move, which is much more useful than isolated ab work. Your body does not need a prettier crunch. It needs a center that can support you when you walk, lift, reach, bend, and breathe. Now, if it feels okay, add a small heel lift. As you exhale, rise lightly onto the balls of your feet while the lower belly supports you. Inhale and lower. Again, exhale and rise, and feel the whole body lifting upward out of the waist. Inhale and lower. Keep the neck relaxed and the spine long. This is gentle, but this part is powerful. These small movements help the deep core, posture, and balance system work together. When that happens, the body starts to carry itself differently, and that can change the way your middle looks and feels over time. Lower the heels and step one foot slightly back into a soft, staggered stance. Place your hands on your hips. As you exhale, shift your weight slightly forward over the front leg while maintaining that quiet core support. Then inhale and come back. Repeat that a few times. Feel the back leg long, the spine lifted, and the low belly gently responsive. This connects the glutes, pelvis, and deep core in a very functional way. Menopause belly changes are rarely just about the belly itself. They are often connected to stress, pelvic support, posture, and the way the whole body organizes around the center. Do a few more, then switch sides and repeat. Move slowly and breathe steadily. Now come down to the mat. Sit with your knees bent and hold lightly behind your thighs. Sit tall for a moment. As you exhale, gently scoop the pelvis under and roll back just a little. Then inhale and lift tall again. Repeat that slowly. Let this be a small movement, not a collapse. Think of the low belly hollowing gently as the pelvis rolls back. This is how many women start to truly feel their lower abdominals in a supportive way. If your core has felt absent, weak, or disconnected, this kind of slow, deliberate movement is often much more effective than forcing bigger exercises too soon. After a few repetitions, come upright and breathe into the back of the ribs if you can. As you exhale, feel the waist narrow very softly. That is enough. Better is better. In menopause, more is not always better. Now lower onto your back with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Let the feet be hip-width apart. Place one hand on the lower belly and one on the side waist. Inhale into the ribs, and as you exhale, let the lower belly gently draw inward and upward again. Stay with that. We are building familiarity here. Many women try to jump straight into harder abdominal work, but if the deep support system is not online, the body often compensates by gripping through the neck, upper abs, or hip flexors. We want to avoid that. Now add a small pelvic tilt. As you exhale, tip the pelvis so the lower back softly lengthens toward the mat. Then inhale and return to neutral. Repeat slowly. Let the movement come from the low belly and pelvis, not from pushing with the ribs. This is a beautiful way to wake up the front of the deep core without strain. You may start to feel warmth or life in the lower belly. That is what we want. From here, add a tiny bridge. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, and lift the hips just a little. Inhale and lower back down. Repeat several times with control. Press evenly through both feet and keep the front ribs soft. Think of the glutes, hamstrings, and deep belly working together. This kind of work is especially helpful in menopause because it reconnects the back body with the core. When the back of the body starts doing its job again, the belly often stops having to brace so hard. Lower down and bring one knee up over the hip on an exhale, then lower it on the inhale. Alternate sides slowly. Keep the pelvis steady and the belly quiet. If lifting the leg feels too intense, reduce the range or keep one foot grounded longer. Quality is everything here. If you notice gripping, make it smaller. We are teaching the center to respond with control, not tension. Place both feet down and let the knees gently sway side to side. Keep the movement small and easy. This helps the side waist and obliques wake up without forcing the spine. If your middle has felt thick, puffy, or rigid, these gentle side-to-side movements can help restore more responsiveness through the waist. The goal is not to attack the area. The goal is to help it move, support, and breathe better. Come back to center and reach both arms toward the ceiling. As you exhale, let the ribs soften down and feel the lower belly draw inward. Then inhale and release. If it feels okay, add a tiny head lift as you exhale, looking toward your thighs, and lower on the inhale. Keep it very small. No neck pulling, no hard crunching. Think of the breastbone softening slightly toward the pelvis while the deep belly supports underneath. A few repetitions here are enough. Stay with me, because this is where support starts to replace tension. Now hug one knee in and extend the other leg long along the floor. Exhale to switch legs slowly. Continue alternating with control. If extending the leg feels like too much, keep both knees bent and simply tap one foot forward at a time. The point is not intensity. The point is integration. The breath, the pelvic support, and the deep core are all working together now. This is the kind of strengthening that builds from the inside out. After a few repetitions, place both feet down and let the knees rest together for a moment. Pause here and notice how your belly feels now compared with the beginning. Often by this point, women notice that the middle feels warmer, lighter, less hard, or more connected. That inner shift matters. It is not imaginary. It is part of what allows the body to change from a more supported place. Roll to one side and come back up to sitting. Sit tall and rest your hands on your waist or lower belly. Take a slow breath in and let a long, soft exhale follow. Then take another. As you sit here, notice what has changed. Maybe your body feels more open. Maybe your waist feels longer. Maybe your middle feels more awake. Maybe you feel calmer and more grounded. Maybe you simply feel like you have found your core again in a gentler way. That matters, because when menopause changes the way your belly looks or feels, it is very easy to move into frustration, shame, and self-criticism. It is easy to think you need to push harder, diet harder, or work your abs more aggressively. But often, what the body really needs is not more punishment. It needs more intelligence, more support, better coordination, deeper breathing, and movement that helps you reconnect from within. That is what Asian Pilates is here to offer. If this practice helped you feel stronger, more supported, or more connected through your middle, then I would love for you to go straight into my next video, Menopause Got You Bloated. Asian Pilates brings relief. That one pairs beautifully with today's session because it helps reduce that heavy, puffy, uncomfortable feeling that so many women get around the waist and lower belly. If this practice spoke to you, please subscribe. Every subscription helps this channel reach more women who are silently struggling with menopause symptoms and searching for relief, support, and a way back to themselves. Together, we can help more women feel stronger, calmer, and more at home in their bodies again. Leave me a comment and tell me how your waist, belly, or core feels after this practice, and then choose your next video so you can keep building strength from within. I'll see you there.